Okay,
We're back.
with the last round.
Yes, I think this is a tough matchup. I thought Ellie and Ellie would be more competitive than it was, but I think it also has very good hands.
You had really good hands, and we only played one game.
Yeah.
I think next FNM we can try more games. I think the deck has a better game plan.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that by the time the Fantastic Four come down, you can create a wall token. It's very good against those aggressive decks.
Yeah.
Especially because most of my creatures have 3 power or less, right? Yeah. But yeah, I think we saw the good chunk of cards that your deck has to offer against aggressive strategies.
And I have some pretty useless cards in my deck against this matchup. So yeah,
that's right.
How that goes.
I'm back with Quintorius. I'm trying out Mathieu Tassa's list. Mostly, I think I did not agree to change 2 or 3 cards that I wanted to stick to. But yeah, his list is tuned a lot towards beating Spider-Man mostly, I would say. So there are a lot of utility lands that would create minor value because the matchup is basically coming down to draw go. Same goes for Tazigor, I would assume, right? And yeah, you have to find a good window in order to cast Quintorius. I like the card. We played it in Focus a while ago. Still think it's really cool to have this commander in the format because it tackles all the graveyard abusing strategies we have these days. Not only Emery, but yeah, Tazigor, Reanimator, whatsoever.
And it does it without blue.
It does it without blue, exactly.
It doesn't quite have the same consistency and like the play patterns. It does it while doing different things as well. So yeah, I think that's very cool.
Definitely. It's I think one of the first, maybe, or not maybe, I'm not sure if it's one of the first, but one of the few non-blue control decks we have in the format with a very good helm at the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see if I can bring down the Fantastic Four. I mean, my foot is probably bigger than yours. It depends on who I ask. As we said in the previous introduction, we're not very much into the Fantastic Four characters, so there might be, I think, a flexible guy.
The thing is probably around the similar size as an elephant. So,
maybe that's true. Maybe that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. We're back with Dragon Shields, by the way.
Yes.
The Midnight Blue on your side, and I'm playing the Ember.
Very cool.
Mats. I like this color a lot. Some orange peach thingy. Keep in mind those are not opaque, so you would have to add or play them with the one-sided dark inner sleeves. I hope that Dragon Shield will soon produce a dual mat with that color tone because I like it a lot, as I said. But there are a bunch of new color tones and combinations out there. They're now starting to mix colored dual mats, so you have like 2 colors on the back on the front.
That can be really
I like
cool.
that a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see who starts first. I will go with this guy.
I will go with this one.
I will start.
Yeah.
Good for me.
That's a
I started with Witherbloom. It didn't do anything.
So we'll resolve Mulligans and we will be back.
Yes. Okay.
We are back.
Yes.
I kept a risky hand. We'll see how it pans out.
I think I have a decent hand against your strategy. We'll see. We'll start with a Mistveil Plains.
Okay.
Passing the turn.
I will draw for turn. I will play Windswept Heath and pass.
Okay. Drawing a card. I will make a mountain out of that for 2 life, and I will attempt to resolve a Stuff of the Storyteller.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I will fetch for a Tundra and I will force back.
Okay. I think that is reasonable.
Your turn. Oh, my turn.
Yeah. Now it put you at risk of, I don't know how your hand is combined. You were probably looking.
Pass the turn.
Okay.
I was looking to surveil.
Yeah, that's what.
But I think the staff.
That's what I thought.
Produce enough tokens at times where just you can bury me in card advantage and this is a long game.
I will pass the turn.
1 tap. I draw. I'm at 7 cards in hand. I'll pass the turn back.
No.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so I have a trigger. I guess that stays on top. I draw a card, I play a Mirex, and I pass the turn.
Draw. That's better. I will play first and I'll pass.
I will make a token end of turn.
Yep.
Can you search for the Phyrexian Germ? It should be inside.
Yep.
Then I draw. Thank you. I will attack with that.
Take one.
First, you have a toxic poison counter. I think it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Do we have a poison marker? No.
No,
Okay.
I left it at home. I thought
Yeah.
it would never be relevant. Now it is again. Attempt to cast Quintorius.
Yeah, attempt to cast Wash Away.
I have a red blast for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I uptick. I will discard. Probably the Iganio. Draw 2 and mill Ghost Vacuum.
Yeah.
Then I pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap. I'll draw. I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Draw a card. Play a land. Attack.
Take one. I'm at 2 poison. We can mark it like this.
Discard the Witch. Draw 2.
Witch Enchanter.
The Witch Enchanter.
Yeah.
Discard mill a P-Wave. And I think, oh no, actually, like that, I will cast a Voice of Victory.
That's painful. I will actually, I'll respond with the spells now.
I would like to reprieve that.
Then I think I can concede.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my lineup was fine. I had an Arcane Signet, but I can't run into your reprieve with the Arcane Signet and not leave open the Wash Away to counter your commander.
Yeah.
So not hitting those land drops. If it was turn 2, I would have done it, but since your commander just comes down afterwards, then I can't go shields down. And I stayed in because if you didn't do too much this turn, I would have tried to failure into Scammer Riddler, which could have maybe done something. But yeah, that was maybe I should have gone to 5. I had 3 draws to find, or 3 looks at a land from the opening hand if you don't play anything relevant in the first 2 turns, which you don't usually do.
All right.
Alrighty, I'm on the play for game 2. Felix and I have both kept 7.
Yeah.
And I will start us off with a Savannah and a pass.
Drawing a card. I have a command tower into a Ghost Vacuum.
That's fine.
Pass the turn.
I will draw. I will play a Scalding Tarn and pass the turn.
Draw for turn. A Battlefield Forge and a Hexing Squelcher. Boy Squelching.
That's pretty good.
Pass the turn.
End of turn, I would like to fetch.
Yep, you have it.
That's fine. Draw. Play Botanical Sanctum and pass the turn.
End of turn, I would like to exile your
Yep.
Scalding Tarn. Draw a card. Play a Talisman.
That's fine.
Play a tapped land and a relic.
Yeah.
Take for 2.
I'd like to play an Endurance.
Yeah.
Then I'll block the squelcher.
That's what I thought.
So target you, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No cards in graveyard. My turn?
Your turn, yeah.
Untap. Draw. Fetch.
Mm-hmm.
How do I want to do this? I will get a plateau.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a plateau and play my commander.
Okay. To draw a card, or what are you going to do?
I'll put 2 counters on the endurance and attack you for 5.
Okay. Go to 15.
Your turn.
All right. End of turn, I tax your Wooded Foothills.
Yep.
This way I have to take a damage. Cast my commander.
Resolves.
Resolves. I will uptick it. Discard a massive 1/2 Oliphant.
Yep.
Pass the turn. So this guy has 2 counters, right?
Yep. Alright, I will draw. I'll play a land, I'll fetch.
Yep. Wrath of Disguise for X equals 2.
That would be
really good.
That would be lovely right about now.
Yeah.
I think I will go for an attack on your commander with both my creatures.
With both your creatures. Yeah. I will first exile the Oliphant into the Ghost Vector. Make a token. Then I activate this to exile the Glaring Massive. And I activate it to exile all our graveyards.
Okay.
So I make 3 tokens. 1 will block the...
Sorry, stop.
Yeah? Before blockers, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yep.
So I have 3.
Yep.
2 will block here, the other will block like that.
I will Solitude one of these.
Probably one of these, yeah. 1, 2, 3, and then all of them are gone.
Yep. Then, sadly, that does not work. So I think I just...
Quantum Riddler.
Not quite. Vibrance.
Oh!
Trigger, draw card.
Yep. So you pay 2 green and... No, you do not. Oh, you do.
I have 2 green and 2 red.
That's cool.
So I do 3 damage to the Quintorius, and I look for a land. Yeah. Your turn.
Okay. How many cards do you have in hand?
On 4 with a Misty.
All right. I will uptick Quintorius, discarding a mountain. Draw 2, mill. Flage mill is not bad, I would say. Will I do this? Yeah, I will fetch. Okay, I think I will make or play a Retrofitter Foundry. This guy does not have any keywords, right?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Then I just have to pass the turn, I guess.
Okay. Untap. Draw. So. I will cast a Formidable Speaker.
Yep.
Trigger, draw card.
Yep.
Into the battlefield. Discard a Copperline Gorge. Then I will just like this. play it.
Yeah.
Warped and do 3 damage to you.
Yeah.
Then go to combat.
Yeah.
And attack Quintorius.
You draw a card for this one too.
Oh, I drew a card with the
Yeah.
Riddler itself. Yep. Attack Quintorius with everything.
Attack Quintorius with everything.
Is that right? Maybe the endurance goes at your face, and these 2 go at Quintorius.
Okay. With 1 mana left.
Yep.
I will make a servo here.
Mm-hmm.
There's the servo. Here we go. And I make a spirit here. Here's the spirit.
Those 4 blockers.
Yeah.
Like the fetch.
Mm-hmm.
And cast a discharge on the...
Doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. On the server, I guess.
Yeah.
And I bank 2 energy.
Yeah. Yeah, that in that case it matters.
Yeah.
I will block the Vibrance and I gun Yo-Yo Commander.
Yeah. Commander command zone. Vibrance blocked, you take 5 damage.
Correct. Go to 9.
This is done. I've taken my damage. Did I take my damage off the fetch? I fetched once.
You have to tell me. I didn't track it.
Yeah, this is warped.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for the energy token, and then I'll pass the turn.
All right. You passed. Upkeep. I play an E-tutor.
That's pretty good.
Resolves.
Yeah.
This. So I search myself a Jojimbo. I will draw the Jojimbo. Then I will uptick Quintorius.
Mm-hmm.
Discard a Nevermore. Draw. Mill.
Do you have a Flagellant Graveyard? Was that this game?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
the Flagellant Graveyard.
Okay.
That is correct. And yeah, I think I will jam the Jojimbo.
Mm-hmm.
Does it resolve?
Yeah.
Then I eat the Endurance. And then I pass the turn. Yep.
All right. Untap. Draw. Land.
Mm-hmm.
Your Jimbo is 5.
Yep. Vigilance.
I will play my commander again.
Have a Red Blast.
That's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Then he's blasted. I will go down 1 life. Look for something.
Untaps
green.
target, another target permanent. It
Yeah.
does not tap. Okay.
No.
That would be good for me to know and brutal at the same time.
Get a trop.
Mm-hmm.
Play a birds.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
End of turn, I will exile my Enlightened Tutor most likely and make a Spirit token.
Yeah. Yeah, Red Blast against the Commander recast is...
For 6 especially,
game
right?
Yeah.
Draw a card, uptick Jojimbo. So you have potentially a blocker here. I will uptick my commander first, discarding Mirrex.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 2, mill 1. Mm-hmm. Play a land. This one would get blocked. So I will just attack with the Jojimbo.
No blocks.
Mm-hmm. then going to, this one is not tapped, so I'm gonna tap it. Now play it runoff.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, that is indeed very strong. And then I pass the turn.
Okay. Untap, draw. I'll play a red and 6.
Yeah.
Uptick it on a Misty.
Yeah. Sure.
Land. Fetch. Graveyard another fetch land.
Yeah.
And then this card is kind of remarkably bad right now, but I have to play it. Pyroglyph.
Pyroglyph.
So the count is currently 4, if I counted correctly. I have creature land instant, you have creature land instant enchantment.
That is correct.
Guessing it's not going to resolve at 4 again. So yeah, I will kill the Dranoth, or attempt to kill the Dranoth.
So it's at 4, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I will kill the Vibrance instead. Over.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
So where are we at? This is this. I will make a servo. I will make a spirit by exiling the Nevermore. So this guy's 1 less, right?
Yep.
And does this matter somehow? To which extent could that matter? I think I'm gonna get rid of it right away.
Which one?
The Pyroglyph.
With the misstep that.
Okay. By using mana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then my turn.
So you have 2 spirits right now. 2 spirits, 1 server.
Yep.
Yeah,
Correct.
Okay.
Upkeep, draw. I have this. I'll cast Scribbling Claws.
That's a premium draw.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will get rid of the Mental Misstep.
Okay.
Then I activate that to target myself. Oh, wait, if I reduce, wait.
You cannot.
I have to get rid of your creatures. I have to get rid of your creatures.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna target the Solitude with the Ghost Vacuum.
Okay.
And then I activate this once, target myself, and I'll probably take the Red Blast, make another Spirit.
Yeah.
So these have no Summoning Sickness. And then I would activate that to get your Vibrance.
Yeah.
Draw a card. Yeah, I mean, drain myself for 1, cast a Flage, make 2 more spirits. So 2 have Summoning Sickness. 3 have Summoning Sickness, actually.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. So we're left with lands and instants, right?
Yep.
And I will shoot the Pyroglyph.
Okay.
Oops. And to activate Quint now, I only have 2, which means you would have to block here, but I don't really have to do that. I will activate it, discard City, Mistveil Plains, play this, go for combat.
Yeah.
With this and these 2. Everything is you.
Okay, I will block a Spirit with a Formidable Speaker, and the birds will hop in front of Future Mode.
Yep.
So I'll take 3.
Yep. And then I will play a Soul Cauldron.
Yeah.
Passing your turn.
So I have one draw. That is a draw.
You drew a Wrath of Disguise.
That would have been my hope. I will uptick Wrenn and 6 on Arid Mesa. Okay. I will play the Arid Mesa. I'll fetch.
Parallax Wave.
That's the one.
That's the one?
And I'm going to cast it.
Okay. It resolves.
Like to attempt to target Tyrannith.
Yeah.
So 4 counters on the wave. And for 5, I'd like to play the Quantum Riddler from exile.
Sure.
Trigger, draw 2 cards. Then I'd like to eat the Flage and pass the turn.
End of turn, I will exile a city and make a spirit.
Yep.
So we have 5 spirits now. And I will also put a counter on the servo. No, wait, so never mind. I exile the land from my graveyard. You have some creatures.
But you have no creatures.
That's great. Then I will draw a card. And Jojimbo dies, I get a treasure token.
Yep.
Can you please search for treasure? Thank you. Okay, yeah. Good to activate Quint.
Yeah.
And then I go for combat with all these guys.
Yeah, so they're doing 6 each.
Correct. I assume you will eat 3 and then block 2. Otherwise, you are dead.
Yeah, like that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
They all trade, and I take 1.
Correct. I will proceed with a currency converter.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I pass the turn.
Okay. Untap, sack, wave.
Shoot you.
Yeah. 2, 3. Now I have to draw something crazy good. That is not it. And I will concede.
Okay. GG then.
Yeah, GG.